And welcome to another Coach's Corner. I'm Rick Silvestrini, joined by volleyball head coach Darrin McBroom. And boy, you just keep rolling, Coach. Another two big wins over the weekend: 3-2 against Illinois State, 3-0 against Bradley. You've won 8 straight, 4-0 in the conference. You couldn't have asked for a better start than this.
That's true. That's true. We're really excited about how things have gone so far in the season, and we're just going to try to keep moving forward one game at a time and try to keep it as simple as possible.
Well, how rewarding is it? I mean, you and your staff have worked very hard the last several years. The players obviously are working extremely hard, and now you're seeing this kind of success.
Yeah, it's incredibly rewarding for myself and our staff, and certainly for the players that have been a part of this process. It's taken some years to move things forward to where they are now, and it's not been an easy path for our players and for us, but it's so rewarding, like you said, to see the time, the hard work, and the efforts paying off now.
Well, you start winning, and then the awards start coming in, and you had a couple this week. Kyla Endersky named MVC Player of the Week. Talk about her performance over the weekend.
So happy for Kyla to get that honor this week. She's been such an instrumental part of our program for the last 4 seasons, and for her to get this honor here as a senior this week was huge for not only for her, but for our program, but for her especially. She's done so much. She came to our program when we weren't very good. She believed that Drake could be good, and so I just really appreciate the belief that she's had in our program from the beginning, from her freshman year, and what she's given to this program for 3.5 years now, a little bit to go yet.
Well, then, nationally now you crack the top 100 RPI. That's also a big honor, because now you're compared to every other team in the country.
Yeah, we're really excited about that. I'm trying to make sure we keep that all in perspective as well. I mean, the RPI thing is a really cool honor. It'll fluctuate based on things that we can't control. So I got to tell our team, we're celebrating that. It's a really cool honor, but we don't want to lose sight of what our goals really are, and to keep ourselves focused on what matters most to us.
You talked about, after the couple of games this last weekend, that it wasn't always the prettiest, so you always have things to work on. So what are you working on here moving forward?
Yeah, we're just going forward here. This is a new territory for our young team, and even for our older players, where we've traditionally been an underdog a lot of times in the conference, and been able to play with an attitude of nothing to lose. And now trying to prepare our athletes to go into matches where
they're going after you now.
Yeah. And so trying to make sure we have a right sense of a mindset that allows us to stay loose, to play our game, to stay within our system and play within ourselves, and not let the situation or the environment control us, but to take control of ourselves in the environment.
So now you go back on the road. This weekend you got Evansville and Indiana State. What kind of challenges do you see in those two matches?
Evansville is always tough at home because they have a very unique home gym advantage. They're always very scrappy. They have a lot of some international players, and they last year took us to 5 sets last year at home. So they're always very tough at home, and we just need to again maintain our composure in that environment and play our game. And do the best we can there. Indiana State is off to their best conference start in their history. So they're 3-1 coming into this weekend, and they're a new head coach, and so they're doing some things really well. And so we just need to play a little better than they do, and we'll see what happens.
Well, Coach, again, congratulations on all the early success. Keep it rolling this weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thank you.
Okay, that's volleyball head coach Darrin McBroom. I'm Rick Silvestrini, and this has been another Coach's Corner.